With the Minnesota Vikings being full-on sellers at the NFL trade deadline, a name that keeps popping up is that of superstar wide receiver Adam Jerome Ezekiel Thielen, the pride of Detroit Lakes, the Minnesota State University Mankato community college enthusiast, $500 scholarship. He would have been selling dental equipment. He would have been great at that too. I get it. The whole story. It's gone from a nice little fun little plucky small school story to him being consistently one of the best receivers in the NFL. Now, I don't understand the Thielen trade talk, because if the Vikings are going to have a full teardown reboot, Thielen is certainly within the boundaries of his prime. He's probably got 3, 4, 5 years left remaining in his prime. He is 30 years young. He's currently leading the NFL in touchdown reception. Well, sorry, he's tied now because Tyler Lockett scored 95 touchdowns on Sunday Football, but with 7 this season. He's off to one of the best starts of his career, and him and Justin Jefferson are, frankly, a better version of younger Thielen and Stephon Diggs. I mean, no cap. Well, let's be honest here. So I don't really understand the speculation. I do realize that the Vikings want to advertise that they're open for business on everyone. And hell, no one is untouchable, right? So if a team plops down 2 first-round picks for Thielen, we love you, but yeah, deuces. I get it. But I think it would be very stupid of the Vikings to give Adam Thielen away unless they get completely blown away by a deal, which I don't think would happen as of right now, because Thielen, and beyond all the Minnesota niceties and storylines, which we'll get to in a sec, but he's still an apex predator when it comes to NFL wide receivers. He's easily in the top 10. For my money, he's top 6. He's under contract through 2024. He's currently the 11th highest paid receiver in the NFL, averaging only $16.2 million a year, and that is, and he recently got his extension. So he won't be clamoring anytime soon. He has a 4-year, $64.8 million extension on the table, and he's going to get lapped over the next couple years. It wouldn't shock me if Thielen actually ends up outside of the top 20 in terms of pay, and that will be commensurate with him getting up in age, 33, 34, towards the end of that deal. And I do think that he will be able to play at extremely high level throughout the next couple years of his career, because Thielen, well, if he was a pure speed guy, I understand it. But Thielen is fast, plus he's one of the cleanest route runners in the National Football League. He can still get open, and he shows that he's a threat in the painted area still. So I think that he does have a lot of utility. And also, I think that the Vikings maybe trimmed a little bit too much. I understand you want to give guys away, get them off the team a year early as opposed to a year or two late. But I maybe with Linval and Xavier and Everson, maybe it was just a little bit too much too soon. And if the Vikings still want to be competitive while they're getting their future franchise quarterback, while they're having this full teardown and reboot, you have to have leaders. You have to have guys like Thielen in the mix. And plus, his influence on Jefferson, his influence on BC, and other potential wide receivers that you're going to bring in, that's going to be invaluable. Because if you do jettison Thielen, who's the old man in that room? I mean, hell, if they get rid of Tajay Sharp too, Chad Beebe. Yeah, Chad Beebe is now your grizzled, rugged wide receiver veteran. Get out of here, right? And also, with Andrew Janocko, respect. I like what he's done overall as a utility assistant coach for the Vikings, but former offensive line coach, now is his first year as a wide receiver coach. You want a guy like Thielen in that room. You need a guy like Thielen in that room, especially since you have an emerging superstar with Justin Jefferson. So I think it would be massively stupid for the Vikings to trade Thielen unless, like we said, if you get your socks knocked off, which probably won't happen as of right now. But also just the whole outside of football aspect of it. Thielen is Minnesota, and us fans, like right, wrong, or otherwise, it's like football is not played in a vacuum. I mean, if Thielen was from Sandusky, Ohio, or Scranton, Pennsylvania, I mean, we would still obviously respect him, except it wouldn't be that same level of love. Adam Thielen, for the rest of his life, is going to be the Paul Bunyan. He's going to be that hometown boy done good. And fans, right, wrong, or otherwise, we will have an irrational attachment to him. All right, so if the Vikings do trade Thielen and say it's for peanuts, like say they trade Thielen for a second-round pick, which would just be pissing in the wind, like I think that there would be a pretty significant backlash against the Vikings, against ownership, and especially against Rick Spielman. Now, it would be one thing if Spielman had built up significant equity. Like he's won a couple Super Bowls with his roster. We understand it. We respect it. If Spielman had the resume of, say, Belichick, because Belichick's the de facto GM in New England, has been for years. So if he had that then maybe you would understand that. But also, go back to Belichick when he was with the Browns, when he cut Bernie Kosar. Now, I mean, young fans, like, we forget, Bernie Kosar was Cleveland. Like, he manipulated the supplemental draft so he could actually end up in Cleveland. Hometown boy done good. He was their hometown hero for many years, and then Belichick cut him. Except Kosar was dead. He was physically unable. He was just like, he was DOA. This is not the situation with Adam Thielen. Now, if Thielen was 36 years old and on a massive contract and was causing issues with the team, sure, then maybe you could see that. But that's what Kosar was in Cleveland, and fans still revolted. And frankly, it helped precipitate their move to Baltimore. But I digress there. If they do get like a first and a second, then I would get it for Thielen. But anything less than that, no. So I understand that everyone is on the table. I get that Spielman will listen to everyone. But if you decide to go down this road and you take less than adequate trade compensation for the pride of Detroit Lakes, Minnesota's favorite son, prepare, because the Kraken of Vikings fans will be unleashed, and holy hell will rain down upon TCO Performance Center Bar and Grill. But keep Thielen. He still has 4 or 5 years left of his prime. Him and Jefferson are the best wide receiver due in the NFL and will be for the next couple of years. And then let's go. And then add Jamar Chase, by the way. Let's go full 3 deep. Woo! Let's go. But your thoughts? Trade Adam Thielen? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. I'll support that work. Post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.